There is a certain kind of power that cannot be faked. It is not loud, aggressive, or attention-seeking. It is quiet, controlled, grounded. And when a man begins practicing semen retention, he slowly starts developing this kind of presence. Most men today live in a constant state of mental distraction. Their attention is scattered, their emotions unstable, and their energy depleted by endless stimulation. This weakens not only the mind, but the presence they carry into the world. During semen retention, something begins to change internally. You stop constantly chasing pleasure and start reclaiming your focus. That inward shift creates a stronger sense of control over yourself. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius believed that true strength comes from mastery over the mind. A man who controls his impulses develops a calmness that naturally commands respect. This is why your presence starts feeling powerful. You are no longer operating from desperation, impulsiveness, or emotional instability. Instead, you begin carrying yourself with intention. People may not consciously understand what changed about you, but they feel it subconsciously. Your energy becomes calmer, your body language more grounded, your attention more focused. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that a man who governs himself becomes difficult to disturb. That emotional stability creates a silent form of authority. Another major shift happens in the way you communicate. During retention, many men begin speaking less impulsively. Their words become slower, more deliberate, and more meaningful. This controlled communication creates impact. In a world where most people constantly seek attention, calm restraint feels powerful and rare. Your eyes also begin to change. Instead of constantly seeking validation or stimulation, your gaze becomes more steady and direct. This level of focus creates intensity in your presence. The philosopher Seneca believed that inner discipline reflects outwardly in every action. When your thoughts become more disciplined, your physical presence naturally follows. You also stop reacting emotionally to every situation. Small inconveniences no longer control your mood. Criticism affects you less. External chaos begins losing its influence over your internal state. This emotional control is one of the biggest reasons your presence feels powerful during retention. Calmness under pressure immediately separates you from most people. Another reason is that your self-respect increases. Every day you remain disciplined, you strengthen trust within yourself. You begin walking with more certainty because your actions align with your values. And this is the deeper truth behind a powerful presence during semen retention. It is not created through force, appearance, or trying to dominate others. It is created through self-control, inner calm, emotional discipline, and clarity of mind. When a man masters himself internally, his presence begins to carry a quiet power that others naturally feel. As your discipline deepens, your energy stops feeling chaotic and begins feeling directed. Most people move through life reacting emotionally to everything around them. Their moods constantly shift based on validation, attention, or temporary pleasure. But during semen retention, you begin creating distance between yourself and your impulses. That distance gives you control, and control creates stability. When your mind becomes stable, your presence naturally becomes stronger because people can sense when a man is emotionally grounded within himself. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that external events are powerless unless the mind allows them to take control. As you continue retention, this mindset slowly becomes part of your personality. You stop reacting immediately to stress, rejection, or criticism. Instead of being emotionally pulled in every direction, you remain centered. In a world where most people are mentally restless, this calmness becomes incredibly powerful. Another major transformation happens in the way you carry silence. Earlier, silence may have felt uncomfortable because your mind constantly needed stimulation. But as your awareness grows, silence begins feeling peaceful instead of empty. You stop speaking unnecessarily just to gain attention or approval. Your words become more intentional, and because of that, people begin listening more carefully when you speak. Silence backed by confidence often carries more authority than loudness ever could. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that true strength lies in mastering your reactions rather than controlling other people. During semen retention, your emotional reactions slowly lose their intensity. You become less reactive to negativity, temptation, and distractions. This emotional restraint creates maturity in your presence. Others begin seeing you as someone dependable, composed, and mentally strong because your energy no longer feels impulsive or unstable. As this inner stability develops, your body language naturally changes as well. You begin walking slower, standing straighter, and maintaining stronger eye contact. These changes are not forced. They happen because your internal state becomes more confident and controlled. Your nervous energy decreases, and your movements begin reflecting calmness instead of anxiety. People subconsciously notice these signals even if they cannot explain them logically. The philosopher Seneca believed that inner peace creates outer dignity. This becomes especially true during retention because your energy is no longer scattered through constant stimulation. Instead, your focus becomes concentrated. You begin directing your attention toward growth, purpose, and meaningful actions. A focused man naturally carries more weight in his presence because his energy feels intentional rather than distracted. Another reason your presence feels powerful is because you stop desperately seeking validation from others. Validation seeking weakens energy because it places your self-worth in the hands of external opinions. But when you begin mastering yourself internally, your confidence starts coming from discipline rather than approval. You no longer feel the need to impress everyone around you. Ironically, this is often when people begin noticing you more. You also become more observant during retention. Instead of constantly being trapped inside your own impulses and desires, your awareness expands outward. You begin paying closer attention to people, situations, and emotions. This heightened awareness improves your interactions because people feel genuinely seen and understood in your presence. In today's distracted world, focused attention itself has become a rare form of power. Over time, this transformation creates a deeper sense of self-respect. Every disciplined decision reinforces the belief that you are capable of controlling your mind rather than being controlled by it. That internal trust changes the way you walk through life. You begin carrying yourself with certainty, not arrogance. There is a difference between trying to appear powerful and genuinely feeling secure within yourself. Retention gradually builds the second kind. And ultimately, this is why your presence feels powerful during semen retention. It is not because you become someone artificial or superhuman. It is because you remove the chaos that once weakened your energy. When your mind becomes calmer, your emotions more stable, and your focus more intentional, your entire presence changes. People feel that quiet strength instinctively because true power has never been about loudness. It has always been about self-mastery. And this is the final truth about powerful presence during semen retention. The power was never created externally. It was always hidden beneath distraction, impulses, and emotional instability. Retention simply removes the noise and allows your real character to emerge. A man who controls his mind, protects his energy, and remains calm under pressure naturally becomes magnetic, respected, and difficult to ignore. In a world filled with chaos and constant stimulation, that kind of grounded presence becomes extraordinarily rare. And rarity itself creates power.